Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Wednesday, June 14th, 2023. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Happy hump day, everyone. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES, a super narrow range as we head into the RTH session. The market is currently in a holding pattern ahead of today's FOMC statement and rate decision later today, 1 o'clock p.m. Central. At 1:30 p.m. Central Time, we'll also get the FOMC press conference. So we could get quite a bit of volatility later in the day, especially in the final 2 hours. Earlier, we could be looking at settling into a narrow range and just trading sideways ahead of that announcement later on. The expectation here is for a high range day today, perhaps 125% of ADR or more. Additionally, looking for what could be a potential outside day. Do we get an outside day up ahead? Here's a one-day look right now. Again, if we did get an outside day to the downside, we'd be failing at the high, meeting the midpoint, and coming back to the previous lows. Now, this market, again, has been so bullish here that fading into this strength is not a very good idea. We do or have seen some one-day pullbacks here, two-day pullbacks, but then we've seen this thing turn right back around. So again, the path of least resistance has been to the upside. We are now at 4,400, a big time mid pivot here within the market structure of 4,200 to 4,600. And so again, that zone right there with the upper level up here and then the 42 here, how's the market going to respond now? Do we return back down within this market structure? Do we transition higher and come up here and trade? So this zone right here, 4,400, is going to be very important early on. Keep an eye on that. The NQ, this one right now is flat at the moment, also trading within a narrow range, is sitting at the highs of the year. You can see how bullish this has been as well. Each of these pullbacks over the last few rotations had led to some very strong moves to the upside. We're now sitting here at the highs. Very narrow range here so far today. Not quite an inside day. Went a tick or so beyond the prior high, but a very narrow range, just 34% of ADR. The ES is at 37% as we await Fed statement later on. Again, given the uptrending structure of this market, even a one-day pullback similar to this one or similar to this here, or a two-day move, could lead to a buying opportunity until proven otherwise. So any pullback could still be seen as a buying opportunity for another rotation higher. 15,250, the next key market structure level above. We're very, very close to that level right now. Once we reach 15,250, watch to see how the market responds. A push through there and you're opening up more to the upside up ahead. If we take a look here at crude oil, this one's up 1% today. At the moment, also trading fairly narrow range, 57% of ADR at the moment, but was able to turn around very sharply after this sell-off day, very similar to what happened here and also here, all in the same vicinity. Hardcore turnaround here, got the same thing here and back up today. Again, the range has been set, 74 on the top end, 67 on the bottom end. You got about 70, 71 here in the middle, and the market has been trading within that zone. Overall, this move could take us back up across the range until proven otherwise, as the market stays within this 7-point range for now. Ultimately, the market has been finding new lows and has not been able to sustain strength, especially in crude oil. So again, even if we were to rally a bit here within the range, we could turn down and ultimately push to new lows up ahead. So it maintains a longer term bearish market structure, but continues to be well within this rectangular range for now. If we take a look at gold futures here, gold futures up about 0.5% right now, still trading within a super narrow range overall. This range spans from 2000 down to 1940, and we're now converging kind of to the apex of that range. 1970 has been the focal point there. Very, very clear price action, range bound action over the last month, 2 weeks to end May, 2 weeks to begin June, And today's Fed statement and interest rate decision could lead to the next key move ahead. So again, if we are going to get expansion from this range, we could be looking at about 60 to 80 handles of movement. 80 handles takes you back to 2080 upon a break of 2000. If you break 1940 and drop 80 points, you're going to get the 1880 level down below. Let's bring that up. 1880 level would be about here. That's the 100% target from the downside break portion of this key range. Now, the actual range here is about 19, 20 days of compression there. That could give us somewhere north of about 130 to 150 points of range on a breakout up ahead. So this could be a significant amount of energy here, and watching for the breakout soon. Keep in mind this market has maintained an upward price structure. We're on the pullback phase right now. Are we about to see a major stop run day up? If we get a day like this here or a day like that right there, it could trigger the next wave of strength up ahead. So keep an eye on which way we break out from this narrow range. Lastly, taking a look here at the YM. The YM rallying back within the range here. Again, when you kind of scroll out a little bit here, you'll notice how this range has been in play for a while. You got the lower portion of the range, you got the middle portion of the range. Price got a little bit lower at one point down here, and that's pretty much been your market structure. You do have some point up here as well. So if price is able to break through these 34,600s here, it opens up the next wave of strength up ahead. Failure here, and you're back down to where you came from. So working within these market structure ranges here has given us a pretty good path forward. Right now, again, as we've mentioned, this market has been so bullish. Perhaps we're seeing more of a breakout move here, which could lead to more strength up ahead. So right now, keeping an eye on the 34,600s here to see where we go from there. If we are pushing through the 34,600s again, the next zone up takes you into about 35.4. So keeping an eye on this area right now. Do we get a pullback from here? Do we start that expansion to the next levels up above? So far, we've stayed mostly within this narrow range over the past 8 months or so, and a breakout could be tremendous up ahead. All right, that's it for now. We'll see how this plays out heading into today's Fed day. Today, we'll get ourselves another statement, rate decision, and additional volatility ahead. Take care, and I'll see you in the trading room.